I have chests scattered all over my world. Over at the train station, at the iron farm, at the XP farm, at the tree farm, and at the mines. Yep, I'm sure you get the point. They're basically everywhere. And this is making it really difficult to actually keep track of the items I have. Oh, I can't find anything that I need. So today, we're going to fix that problem by making a super overpowered storage facility and upgrading our Create workshop. And as I said over the past couple of episodes, I want our storage facility to be right here at the train station. Now, if we head over here, you can see that I've got quite a big platform already set up, and this is where all the blocks from our tree farm are ending up at the moment. This will probably be subject to change, because I think I have a little bit bigger plans for this than what we already have here. Now, I'm kind of thinking I want this building to come further back over in this direction, and what I think would be really cool is having another building here where we have a train going in a loop, and then maybe some kind of archway here connecting the two buildings, which I guess would also act as some sort of bridge so we can hop between the two. Now, first things first here, I think I also want to grab a few random blocks, which honestly I should just be able to grab from the iron farm. I mean, yep, all these barrels are just full of cobblestone, and I want to use the stupid train. And I want to use this just to map out a building here. I'm not really too sure how much space we're actually going to have to work with in this area. Let's bring this right the way across. Maybe to like there. Seems pretty good. Oh yes, we've got a nice big square like that. Guess we also have a little bit of space over here as well. So maybe we could do like a little round segment over here. Something like that could work. And over here is where we're going to have our archway, which will probably need to come to about this tall. Yeah, something like that should work. This building might need to budge over a little bit, or I can bring this one out. I just want to make sure that this track is symmetrical to that. But honestly, at this point, I'm probably just procrastinating because I really need to sort out all these items, which I guess now that I know how much space we're working with over there, well, I guess we could probably start working on it. And the mod that I want to use to actually sort the items is actually Tom's Simple Storage. I did use this before over in the last Create Island series. But as you can see, we need ender pearls and diamonds to craft these inventory connectors, and we're also going to need the same plus some quartz to make these inventory cable connectors. And I think we're also going to need a storage terminal, and then probably upgrade that to a crafting one. And thankfully, I have been killing a few enderments. We've got 9 ender pearls here, and I should have plenty of diamonds over here at the mine. Oh yes, 36. So I'm not going to bore you. I'm going to go away and craft all that Tom Simple storage stuff, and then I'll come back and we can go through how it all works. And a little bit later, we're finally ready to start working on this storage system. Now, I've gathered pretty much everything that we're going to need into this chest here, and honestly, this stuff wasn't really too bad to craft. I mean, I did have to pop to Nether to grab some glowstone, but the majority of the materials are mainly just wood, which of course we're getting absolutely plenty of now. But without further ado, let's take a little look at this mod, just so we can see how this thing actually works. Now, our main block that we're going to be using here is actually this crafting terminal, and if we just slap this thing on a chest here, well, we should be able to access all the items in that chest. But yeah, one chest of storage is probably not going to cut it for this world, so we're actually going to need to expand this thing. Now, over here in this building, this is actually where our storage is going to be, or at least where we're going to keep our chests anyway. So what I want to do is actually just dig out a little bit of a hole here. Something like that should be deep enough, and this is where we're actually going to bury our chests underground. So I think I'm going to put them something like this, just in kind of a spiral shape. And then to connect all of these inventories, we're actually going to use one of these inventory trims, and you'll see how that works in a second. But for now, I just want to stack this up as high as I can. So just give me 1 second. All right, I think I'm probably going to leave it there for now. What I may do is probably extend it underground, but that is a stack and a half of chests in there now, which I think should be enough storage to be getting on with. But now we actually need to connect this thing over to a storage terminal. And to do that, I think we're going to use one of these inventory connectors. I think we also might need an inventory cable connector too. So let's just hop back up the top here. And I think we need to get rid of this inventory trim, put in a cable connector, slap a cable connector onto it. Just for testing, let's actually check our terminal on now. It's not connecting. Hello, let's try putting it there, chuck one of those on, and then connect it up with our cables. I think if we right click this, oh yeah, you can see there, 2,592 free slots. That is quite a lot. So I guess all those cables are connected, but can we put items in? No. Hello? Wait, do we not need this thing? Maybe it's just like this. Now can we? Yes. Oh, yes. Items are going in. And there we go. We can see all of our items. But right, we know that thing's working. So just for now, let's get rid of all of this stuff. Because not only do I want to use chests as storage, I also want to use the barrels, which now is lost somewhere in these chests. Hello? Jeez, they're in one of these chests. I don't know where they are. I'll tell you what, I'll be smart about this. Let's just connect the storage terminal back up. That's probably the best thing to do. Yep, there we go. I can grab my items now. Oh man, I'm such an idiot. But like I was saying, I also want to use these barrels as storage. So let's just pile up a whole bunch of these things. Let's just say something like that for now, but we can also stack it higher if we want to. But I want to figure out linking up these barrels to a crafting terminal. Now, We could connect up a whole bunch of these inventory connectors, but I mean, these are pretty expensive. So there is actually a smarter thing that we can do. Now, over here in this chest, I have some more materials so that we can craft one of these things, a drawer access point. So let's craft that. We'll just slap this in here for now. And as you can probably imagine, this thing's going to act as an access point to every drawer that's connected to it. So if we chuck a cable connector on, put an inventory connector there, and a cable, this should now be accessing all of these barrels. So I mean, let's just check our potatoes up there and some cables over there. We should now see them in the crafting terminal, and there we go. So we can pull items out. So they're gone from up there, and we can put them back in, and then they go back up there again. Now there is a couple more things that we can do with these barrels, and over here I have the stuff to do it. I should just grab this earlier. But the main thing is this padlock. Well, it's called a drawer lock. Pretty easy to craft, just some gold. But if we shift right click this on a barrel, you can see we got a little padlock symbol, but that will actually lock that specific item into that barrel or drawer. So if we take out all of our potatoes, you can see we still have our symbol for a baked potato there, but there's not actually any stored in there. So I think if we chuck these potatoes back into the crafting terminal, it should go straight back there. And yeah, there we go. So that's definitely going to help with our organization of these drawers. I mean, as for the chest, that's just going to be a whole bunch of random junk. You know, there's going to be a whole lot of that stuff. So yeah, I think I might make another one of these sort of chest silo things. And then stuff like these main blocks will probably store in these drawers, which will probably try and upgrade to at least iron. We got quite a lot of that over at the iron farm now. Oh yeah, one more thing with these drawers. We can actually put overflow protection on this just by right clicking with a lava bucket. So rather than doing what I did over here, where we have the belt going behind and a whole bunch of brass funnels and then lava at the end, but I can actually upgrade the tree storage to another sort of module like this. So I'm probably going to get that done too. That'll probably stay in this building here. Otherwise I'm going to have to move like the train station and stuff. And well, this takes up quite a lot of space. So I think I'm going to get that done. And then of course go to all the different building projects and bring the items and put back into the storage system. Probably going to take quite a while. Well, for me at least. For you? Well, oh, it's already done. I've got a big old array of these drawers, all upgraded to iron, locked and overflow protection. I made a little chest silo thing here, so now we have a total of 3 stacks of chests. And you can see there's a whole bunch of cables here, because I've connected it all to this storage terminal over here in this building. You may also notice a slight change with the wood storage, so I made some amendments back here. Now we just got a conveyor belt running to this drawer access point, and this thing's looking a whole lot tidier. And even better yet, all of the items that I have in this world are now stored in the storage terminal. So as you can see, we got a whole bunch of stuff here, and this is going to make my life so much easier. Honestly, setting this up was actually super easy, so much so that I've been wondering why I put this off for so long, because this is going to be such a game changer. Now there are still a few things to hook up to this system, like we have our mob farm output over there, and then we also have our iron farm output as well, but I'm kind of undecided whether I actually want to hook this up to the system or not. I mean, these two buildings are so close to the storage that it's not really that much effort just to go and grab the items, you know? Also, one more thing that I did between clips there was actually upgrade my backpack. I upgraded it all the way up to the diamond level, and I also added a crafting upgrade too. Just one more thing I should have done a long time ago, because now our backpack can hold way more items and way more water, and it made bringing the items back from the wood farm a whole lot quicker too. It definitely saved me a lot of walking. Skeleton, please. Oh, arrow clogging up the inventory. No worries, pop it in there. Anyway, with the storage system all set up now, there is still quite a lot of work we have to do here. I want to bring the create workshop from over there and put into this building, and I actually want to give the whole thing a massive upgrade too. I want to get washers and smelters and other things. I want to get all of that hooked up. But I think before I carry on with that, I do want to start working on the building, and there's a heck of a lot of it to do as well. Got a big building to put here. We've got this archway and bridge to put in, and we've got an even bigger building to put in here at the train station. Now, another reason for wanting to put the building in first is because stupid train. Another reason that I want to get the building done is because I also want to figure out how much space we have for our create workshop, and I'm not really too sure yet where to route all these wires in the crafting terminal and stuff. So I think for now we're going to work on some form over function and start cracking on with the building. Now, as far as block palette goes, I think I want to carry on with the stone theme that we have here. We use that for the big base of the building, and sticking with the theme of our area, we're going to be using some spruce supports and some spruce details and stuff. But on all of these buildings in our area, we've been using deep slate, and this time I think I want to mix it up and use something different. And I really want to use some of these shingle blocks. Look at these. They're like actual roof tile things. This is so awesome. I mean, I really like these lime ones. I really like the orange ones. But to craft these, we're actually going to need to get ourselves some terracotta. Now, of course, we could smelt clay. We could do some bulk blasting of clay. Or, well, we could go find a mesa. And because I'm a genius and loaded a whole bunch of chunks for this series, may need to keep the game running smoothly, we can open up our map here. Oh, and yo, look at our base. This is pretty cool. Oh, and the tree farm. Nope, don't get distracted. We can see that all the way down here, we have ourselves a Mesa biome, which, yep, that's pretty far away. What's that, like 3,000 blocks or something? And assuming that we're going to have quite a lot of water on this journey, well, I think I'm going to craft myself a quick boat. I guess we'll take some pasta and mushrooms and head out on a big, long adventure. See you at the Mesa. Oh, I'm starting to see some red sand. Oh, that's it. Oh, get me up there. I cannot wait to see this biome. Wow, look at this place. Oh, this is so cool. What the heck? I was not expecting all this. Oh, there's loads of red sandstone. Oh, this is so good. You know what? Let's come in this little cave so I don't ruin the terrain. Oh, red sandstone is usually such a pain to get. Oh, 5 stacks just like that. I mean, red sandstone isn't really what I came for. Did actually come for terracotta, which I can see just up there. Yeah, so I guess this spawned a little bit higher up. Oh, this is orange. I guess, yep, I'll just come in like this. Why not? Let's get a whole bunch of this orange stuff. I don't really want to ruin this landscape. There we go. Basically good as new. Oh, this biome is just so cool. I mean, that's definitely going to be enough blocks for this project, I think. Though saying that, I do have this huge backpack now. I'll probably grab a bit more. I do kind of want to scale this thing and have a little look around. Oh, because if I could find like a village or something, that would make getting home a lot quicker. Plus I could get back to this biome super easy. Oh, I'm up so high in the Mesa biome, there's snow. You know what? I'm not really too sure if that makes sense or not, but it looks pretty cool. Come on, we're almost at the top. And there we go. Whew. Well, this is a long way up. I'm not really seeing any villages anywhere. So I guess I'll collect a little bit more orange terracotta. Hello? Is that a village? What the heck is this thing? Oh, jungle grapes. They're gone. Forever. Great. Wait, is this a village or just like one of those abandoned village things? Yep, you know what? I don't know what this is. And quite frankly, I don't care. I'm over it. I was going to get a little bit more of this terracotta, and I guess I'll bring you back if I find anything else interesting. If not, I guess I'll just see you back at home. Well, just bringing you back because I found this absolute massive cactus. This will make some nice and easy green dye. There's a biome made out of moss and dead coral. That's pretty cool. Oh, yes, and I found a village. Oh, it's like a proper treehouse kind of thing. Oh, please, jungle village, have a waystone. I've never wanted a waystone more in my life. Oh, wait. Oh, I think that's it. How the heck do I get up in this village? Vines, that'll probably do it. Yo, let's go. Jukebox, don't mind if I do. Yo, this village is so cool. Oh, and here we go, Waystone. We'll call you Jungle/Mesa. And you know what? I can't resist the urge. Let's at least look in one chest, right? I mean, paper, bread, sticks. Yeah, let's go home. Whew, man, I love waystones. But with that, guys, that should be about all the materials that I need to get the base of this build done. Probably going to save detailing till the end, but I want to get the walls up, I want to get the roof on, figure out what space we have to work with. So, without further ado, time lapse. And oh, wow, look how this thing is starting to turn out. Of course, this is only just the basic shape of this build so far, but yo, I gotta say, I'm pretty pleased with this thing. Obviously, I'm missing like a whole bunch of windows and stuff, and this bottom stone part probably needs quite a few more detail. But as you can see, I got the nice bridge in here connecting the two buildings. I got a nice little spruce trim separating the top and the bottom. Oh, yep, I can see I'm missing some buttons over there. And of course, we've got a lovely orange roof. Definitely enjoying this block palette. It's pretty similar to what I did in my old 120 Let's Play world. But yeah, I got this nice round section over here, which is looking pretty snazzy. I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll hide some create power in this thing. Maybe get some water wheels in there. But if we take a little look inside here, you can see I've kind of got an interior. Well, I mean, not really, but kind of got a rough layout for where the stairs are going to go, and we got a second floor in. I was originally thinking that I might move this rail maker machine thingy, but you know what? It's sitting pretty flush to the wall, so I think we're going to keep that there. But if we take a little trip upstairs, you can see that all of this is tidied up. And coming over the bridge, I still need to figure out where all these cables are going to go. I think I might just route them underground. We also have this room here, and then out here is on top of the round thingy. This will probably end up just being like decoration and stuff, but we got a nice view of the iron farm. You can see our mine and a whole bunch of trees. But yeah, I guess my point is you can see we still have a whole lot of work to do here, because I'm thinking up here is probably where our create workshop's going to be. So I think we'll have some stuff in this room, and then maybe also some other stuff over in this room as well. And for all our create contraptions so far, we've been using water wheels for our power. I mean, water wheels are pretty good. I like them. It's nice to have something that moves in your world. But for this building, well, I think I want to have a go at trying to build a windmill, because I'm thinking that would look pretty nice in that spot there. You can see where I've left a little hole in the wall. Maybe a nice big windmill around about that size could be pretty nice. So let's take a little quick look at what we need to craft it. So we're going to need to make ourselves a windmill bearing. Can we do that? Oh, yep, there we go. And we're also going to need a whole bunch of these windmill sails. I mean, how many of these can we actually make? 54? Hey, that is actually pretty good. I think maybe we might need a little bit more than that, though. So let's just craft ourselves a pair of shears. And I think we'll head over to that village just to grab a little bit more wool. All right, how many of these things can we make now? A few more there. All right, 1 stack and 38. I think that's probably going to be okay. I think I might also grab some of these oak logs, turn them into wood, and let's pillar up here and see what we can do. Kind of think that thing looks absolutely ridiculous where it is. I mean, I'm going to be real. I'm going to show my mistakes in this world. Yep, I think that might be one of them. Oh, boy. Right, I think let's maybe just get rid of this. Or maybe try and put something else there. But maybe let's just try hop onto the roof here. I kind of wonder if we knock out some of these, we could maybe put the windmill like a little bit higher up. With a little base like this. And a windmill bearing like there. I mean, granted, that isn't exactly very detailed yet. But, oh boy, let's give it a go. All right, after a lot longer than I cared to admit, I think this thing is just about ready to go. I do quite like the look of this thing now. I don't know if maybe it still feels a little bit out of place, but I think if we get maybe a little bit more detail on the roof and stuff, it should be okay. You can see here I started to do a little bit of texturing with some terracotta and some acacia, so maybe a little bit more of that will help, or perhaps maybe a trim on the roof as well. Well, I'm not too sure for now, but I think we should just test out the windmill. Just got a tower up here and right click this thing. Here we go. Oh, yes, it's turning. Oh, it's turning quick as well. Yo, let's get rid of this dirt. Now let's take a look at the moving windmill. Maybe it'll look better. You know what? I don't mind the placement, but I do not like that windmill design. Oh, give me 1 second. And a little bit later, I think that is looking a whole lot better. I actually just had to hop into a creative world just to figure this out because yeah, this was a little bit more complicated than I first anticipated. Organic shapes like windmills and stuff aren't really my strong point. So much so that I think I spent longer building this than the actual rest of the building. But guys, with that windmill, that should give us a good amount of power for our create workshop. Just need to grab a few little bits here to route the power down. We should see our little windmill thing up there somewhere. Oh, yep, there it is. So we can actually get rid of this piece of roof. This isn't really necessary anymore. So let's grab the power out this way, maybe bring it down here. And I guess for now, we'll just bring it all the way down to the floor. And I want to try and hook this thing up to a speed controller. So let's put a big cog there. And do I have a speed controller? I'm pretty sure I should have a few. Oh, yeah, there we go. We got 3. So we'll slap you there. We should be able to crank this thing up, right? Oh, yeah, that's spinning. So yeah, hopefully that windmill's going to give us enough power to get a nice create workshop set up in here. I think over this side, I want to get some fans set up. Maybe in here, I want all our basic machines. And then over in this room, I've actually had another pretty cool idea, but we'll get onto that soon. Because for now, I think we're going to kick it into a little montage of getting all this great stuff set up. And once I've got that done, I'll show you what I've got. And after a little bit of time, and well, quite a lot of struggling, I have got this upgraded Create workshop all set up. Oh, I'm actually so pleased with this. I mean, as we all know, Create isn't exactly my strong point, but I've managed to get a whole bunch of things set up here. I got 4 millstones for all our milling needs. I've also got 4 presses set up as well. Over here, I got a basin and blaze burner set up thing for making brass. And over here, I have our deployers. Now, this is kind of meant to be for like the 3-step crafting things. So this may switch out for a press or, you know, something like that. So I think that should work out pretty good. And then over in this section, I have all of our fans set up. So we got a water one here, a lava one there, then we got a fire one, and as you can see just about there, we have a soul fire one because we need that for some recipes. I think that might be called like haunting or something. I'm sure we'll end up getting onto it. Now this isn't really fully automatic, but I guess I can just quickly show you how this works because well, it is kind of stupid. So let's say we want to turn a little bit of cobble into stone. We just chuck it into this chest here and we can see it there. That should turn into stone. There we go. And then to pick it up, I just walk in, grab it. Oh yes, and now we have stone. But yeah, now we can wash, smelt stuff, cook stuff, and haunt stuff. I mean, I did really want that thing set up because I actually have to keep going over to the potato farm over there and swapping out the fire for water is pretty annoying. So yep, this little janky setup should make my life a lot easier now. But one more thing I also had to do, you may notice in the montage there, they actually had to add some water wheels for some more power. So I spent a little bit of time adding an extension onto the building, which I think turned out pretty nicely. And you know what? I'm kind of glad it worked out like that because this build looks a little bit more interesting interesting now. I think I might maybe have to do a little bit more of that on the roof, and especially that one, maybe like a little tower or something, because of course we still have another phase of building for this project, but I think I'm going to save that for the end of the video, because now I want to add a little something to this room, and that is actually going to be working with some of these hopper botany pots. Now, Froggy used these over in the Create Island series, and she made like a cool greenhouse type thing, and I kind of feel like maybe like a mini setup of that would be pretty cool in here. I know you can do trees and stuff with it, but I think I'm going to leave that, and I think we'll maybe just work on stuff like bamboo, cactus, some different flowers and stuff, so that way we're going to get a whole bunch of different dyes on that, so I think that'll be pretty useful. So I guess I'm going to craft as many of these things as I possibly can. We're going to need a whole bunch of flower pots. Okay, 13. We'll need a bunch of hoppers. I think we should be able to craft a whole bunch of these things, right? Almost. We can do 12. I think that'll do for now. I think I also want to get a bunch of these drawers, of which apparently we're going to need a few more, and we're also going to need one more drawer access point. So I think maybe around here we should have some cable. Yes. So I think we'll put our drawer access point there. And then in front, we're going to put our 12 drawers. You know what? I'm just going to go 11 so it's symmetrical for now. And then on top of these, we're just going to put our botany pots. Oh, yeah, just like that. Oh, I also forgot to say, I've actually got another crafting terminal up here in the Create Workshop. So now we can access our storage from here. But I mean, let's maybe try this with a flower. We'll try a bit of bamboo. And I guess we'll try a bit of cactus as well. I think we're going to need a bit of sand for the cactus and then dirt for the bamboo and flowers. Because if I remember correctly, we right-click sand in there. Oh, okay, maybe not. We put sand here and cactus there. Yes! Yo! Okay, is this going to put cactus into this barrel now? That would be pretty cool. Come on. Surely now, you got to do it. Oh, well, it's gone somewhere. Oh, it's in there. Do these botany pots not work with extended drawers? I mean, I'm not too sure. I guess we'll just put these other things in and hope for the best. I mean, I guess I could switch these out for barrels. Yep, you know what? Give me 1 second and I'll get that done. Okay, barrels all hooked up now. And as you can see, the items are going into there. Now, all I really need to do is just hook this up. So I think all this needs is an item connector, cable connector, and then just like that. I think that's good. I mean, I guess one way to find out would be to take out all of this cactus. Oh, and now we see one in there. So we should have one cactus in the system now. Yes, there we go. Nice. I mean, this little botany room will probably expand over time. I mean, I do have a few more flowers that I can chuck in here. And I guess over time as we explore, we can just add to this thing. I guess all the more reason to collect flowers on our adventures now. So yeah, I guess we'll see how this pans out throughout the episodes. And then maybe turn this into a bit of a greenhousey type vibe. And then as for down here, this is kind of a bit of a sort of general workshopy type thing. You can see I've moved the waystone over. We of course have our tree storage. And this will probably end up expanding to even more storage. I mean, I'm not really too sure of my plans, but I guess we can have farms in different locations. And we'll of course have trains bringing stuff back here. So I think I may just want to leave this for now. I don't really want to have to build something and tear it down again. So now with all the utility of this building complete, well, for now at least, I think I want to spend some time getting the final details finished of this building. I'm thinking a little tower up there. Need to do something about all this stone. I think I'm going to extend out this retaining wall and bring that across to the end of the building. I want to texture the roof and just add a lot of the finer details. But throughout this entire build, I've been pillaring up and down with dirt, taking a step away, checking that it looks all right. And you know what? That has taken up quite a lot of my time. But what if there was a better way to handle this situation? Well, thanks to immersive engineering, we can craft ourselves a quadricopter. And can I make this? Furnace, boiler, couple of pistons, a little bit of smooth stone, a blast furnace, and that gives us this engine. So now all we need is 4 of these propellers. That should be pretty easy. And here we go, a quadricopter. Yo, let's go. Now, this thing is going to be pretty useful for building. And oh my God, look at it. It's like a little bamboo drone. Get on this thing. Right, I think we just need to give this thing some fuel. And, oh yes. Oh, this is going to be so good for detailing things. Oh, look at this. It's basically just like having a little bit of flight. I mean, it's not exactly like creative flight, but I don't know. This is pretty cool for building, I gotta say. I mean, I can just quickly hop on here to the roof, hop off, do a little bit of texturing, and take a little fly away and see what things look like. Oh, jeez, this thing is so cool. But guys, with my newfound building drone, which is pretty slow, I wouldn't really want to travel around with this thing too much. Well, I'm going to get the final details of this build complete. So for one last time this episode, time lapse. Well, my computer crashed, and unfortunately, so did the replay. So unfortunately, the time lapse is cut short, but here comes the big reveal. And oh, look at this thing. This is 100% my favorite thing I've built so far in this world. And you know what? It might be my favorite thing I've actually built this year. Having this drone thing to come in and add all of these little details, oh, it's just so helpful. Definitely felt more inclined to sort of go the extra mile with this thing. But overall, I am so pleased. Oh, and look at the train coming through now. Oh, yeah. So, of course, as you can see, I added a whole bunch of windows and stuff. We've got a little fake door there and a real door over in that building. I spent quite a lot of time working on the roofs here. Of course, I added this tower and this classic roof detaily thing. We have quite a few of these scattered around our buildings in the base, so I thought I'd add one of those. I added a dark oak roof trim, and I think that's made a real big difference. Over here, I've added a chimney, and I also added a whole bunch of this moss. I thought green would be a nice contrast to the orange on this roof. Definitely makes it look quite a lot more interesting. And I tried to blend it in using this mossy red sandstone. I mean, the orange isn't quite right, but that's pretty much the closest thing that I could find. So yeah, I just stuck with that, and I think it looks pretty all right from a distance. I also added a little bit of mossy diorite up there, and a whole bunch of oak logs to the roof supports. But guys, there's all I have time for today. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!